Hello and welcome to This Week in Markets. We are here to explain you everything that moved Dalal Street this week. Indian equities witnessed their steepest weekly decline in months as investors navigated a perfect storm of surging crude oil prices, escalating geopolitical tensions, fresh US tariff announcements, mixed corporate earnings, and persistent foreign fund outflows. The Sensex tumbled 2.68% to close at 76,059, while the Nifty declined 2.33% to settle at 23,767. Both benchmark indices ended lower for the fifth straight trading session. The biggest trigger came from global markets. Brent crude briefly crossed the $100 a barrel mark after tensions in West Asia escalated, raising concerns over inflation, India's import bill, and corporate margins. Investors also remain cautious after US President Donald Trump warned of a major military response against Iran and Houthi forces following attacks on Saudi oil tankers in the Red Sea. Adding to the global uncertainty, Trump administration announced fresh tariff measures. While India faces a relatively lower 10% tariff under the new US framework compared with some competing countries, export-oriented sectors such as pharmaceuticals, engineering goods, and textiles remained under pressure. The US also outlined a phased tariff plan for generic drug imports beginning 2028, keeping Indian pharma stocks in focus. Back home, the earnings season remained a mixed bag. HDFC Bank emerged as one of the biggest drags on the indices after its quarterly results disappointed investors, while Axis Bank and Infosys also witnessed sharp selling. On the other hand, stocks such as Bajaj Auto, HCL Tech, Nestle India, ICICI Bank, Reliance Industries, Tech Mahindra, Paytm, and Eternal delivered relatively better earnings and offered some support to sentiment. Sectorally, it was a weak week across the board. Realty was the worst performing sector, falling around 4%, followed by banktechs, IT, oil and gas, and capital goods. The only sectors that managed to stay in positive territory were FMCG, which gained 0.5%, and auto up 0.1%. The broader markets outperformed the benchmarks despite the volatility. The Nifty Midcap 150 fell 1.4%, while the Nifty Small Cap 250 declined 2.4%. Foreign institutional investors remained cautious throughout the week. FIIs were net sellers of 7,182 crore rupees, while DIIs continued to provide support by purchasing equities worth 8,638 crore rupees, helping absorb much of the foreign selling pressure. Among the Nifty gainers, Bajaj Auto surged 6.6%, HCL Tech gained 5.6%, while Trent, Powergrid, and SBI Life also ended the week higher. On the flip side, HDFC Bank plunged 9.4%, Axis Bank lost 7.6%, Infosys declined 5.1%, followed by Indigo and Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. So what should investors watch next week? Markets will closely track developments in West Asia, movement in crude oil prices, the progress of India-US trade negotiations, and another busy week of corporate earnings. Results from companies including L&T, HUL, Varun Beverages, Adani Ports, Asian Paints, Bajaj Finance, Mahindra & Mahindra, Tata Steel, Maruti Suzuki, Sun Pharma, and ITZ will be in focus. On the macro front, investors will keep an eye on India's IIP data, the US Federal Reserve's policy decision, US PCE inflation data, and policy meetings of Bank of England and Bank of Japan. That's all for this week in markets. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Until then, stay tuned to Fortune India for all the big news and exclusive updates from the business world.